Ciao everyone, hi everyone, and welcome back for another monthly episode of Get to Know Our Partners, Conosciamo I Nostri Partner. And today, something a little bit different because we covered a lot of the service providers in Italy, but today we're a little bit shifting gear and we're talking with one of the most prominent international schools in Thailand. So welcome to Miss Rachel Jones, Director of Admission at Bangkok Patana International School. Hi, Rachel. How are you?
And ciao a tutti. I'm very well, thank you. It's lovely to have the opportunity to talk to you today.
And it's lovely to have the opportunity to talk to you too. So thank you so much for joining us. Before we get started, we always have a number of very interesting questions, but just a couple of minutes to say that Bangkok Patana School is Thailand's oldest and most respected British international school in the Thai country, with nearly 27 years of educational leadership. Patana offers a rich, inclusive curriculum and a vibrant, multicultural environment that supports students from early years all the way through the IB diploma. I also wish to remind you all that Bangkok Patana is an affiliated partner of BimBi Italiani, supporting community-based cultural initiative and also Imparando l'Italiano, our Italian language laboratory programs. And this is very important for us because it reinforces our shared commitment to cultural identity, multilingualism, and belonging. So let's get started with this. Rachel, tell us a little bit about your background and your role at Bangkok Patana as the Director of Admissions and what makes this school special to you.
Thanks, Elena. So I've lived in Bangkok now for 20 years. And for 16 of those years, I've been a member of the Bangkok Patana School community as Director of Admissions and also a parent. I have two children who attend the school, so I have that perspective as well. Bangkok Patana is a very large school with 2,300 students, but we are still a close-knit community. There is an incredible diversity here. We have 67 nationalities represented in the student body, and there's many opportunities that then provides to our students. The school is a not-for-profit organization, which means that everything is reinvested into the school, whether that's facilities, resources for students, training for our staff, so that we can all be, the best version of ourselves to support student learning.
That's amazing. And thank you for sharing this. And also this aspect that you bring in, not only as a director of admissions, so as a staff, but also as a family and as a mom yourself that chose to send your own kids to the school. We also very much appreciate the fact that you are a non-profit organization because we're also registered as a non-profit, and that makes missions very important in promoting culture. And hence, in this in mind, let's talk a little bit more about the school philosophy and curriculum, because that's something that it's very prominent amongst parents that are choosing their school. They really look at different type of curriculum, different type of philosophy, and so what can families expect in terms of learning approaches and values?
So starting with the first part of your question, our philosophy, we are very much a values-driven organization. So our vision is to create global citizens who shape their world through independence, empathy, creativity, and critical thinking. And our mission is that students of different nationalities all reach their full potential as independent learners as part of a British international community. We have 3 pillars in terms of those values. So we start with well-being, and that intentionally comes first, because that has to be secure in order for the other 2 pillars to be developed. And those other 2 are learning and then global citizenship. And these values really underline everything that we do at school. In terms of the curriculum, it's a British-based curriculum up until year 11, but it is adapted and patternized. So we will really work to make sure it's as relevant to those 67 nationalities as it can be, and it's as engaging and challenging and as exciting as possible. And then for our students in the final 2 years of school, we offer the International Baccalaureate, we offer the diploma program and the careers related pathway. So students have access into universities all around the world.
This is a very full service provision that you have in terms of curriculum and philosophy. Let's also talk a little bit more about the nationalities and the diversities, because Rachel, you mentioned your school has 67 nationalities, and also when you were describing, you were talking about global citizenship, which then looks a little bit of multicultural, but also inclusion. So how does Bangkok Patana School support inclusion, but also home language development that to some extent comes with it, let alone a sense of identities for international moving families?
That sense of identity and belonging is so important for all students, but particularly for internationally mobile families. For students to have a successful transition between countries, between schools, they need to have a really strong sense of who they are, where they came from, where they're going to. So we do work very hard to, recognize our differences, because those are the things actually that enrich our community and make us stronger. So celebrating them, celebrating stories. We all have our own personal story and they matter. So ensuring students have the opportunity to tell their stories, to share their experiences, their perspectives. We will have whole school big events like our International Day, which is fantastic. We have a wonderful food hall, which is, I think, the highlight of the year for many of the students, with all of the different countries celebrating and offering samples of their sort of local delicacies, and then a cultural celebration. But it's important that internationalism isn't just about one day, that it's kind of deeper and it's threaded through everything that we do. So it's about those conversations we're having. It's those relationships that we're building day to day that really help students have that strong, sense of identity. Home language programs are really important for that. So for a student to have the opportunity to develop their mother tongue within the school setting. So they're making connections with other students who also share that native language. There's opportunities for parents to make connections, socially as well, which is very important. And it's really giving weight to that. We have books in home languages in both our primary and our secondary libraries. And that's really about showing students that, your language is important to you. We're, an international school with English medium, but your home language is really important. So we want families to maintain that. It will help students when they move back to their home countries, but also it's part of their cultural identity. So programs like the ones that you're offering are fantastic, because the students have that opportunity on a weekly basis to connect with others and to deepen their skills, their heritage and their understanding of themselves.
And that is so important, because cultural identity comes with language as well. And as you were mentioning, having the ability of socialize with people that come from similar background while also being exposed to different cultural identities as well. It's very valuable. And with this in mind, you talk indeed about the home language program. And I wish to tell everyone that it's following us that Bangkok Patana is the first school in the whole entire of Thailand that has integrated our Imparando l'Italiano, Italian language courses within the home language curriculum program. And it's one of the only one in the whole of Thailand that it's offering this. And in this, talking about this collaboration that it's unique with your school that has also a vibrant Italian community within that. You as Bangkok Patana are also part of our affiliated partner network. So what does this mean for you as a school to be a partner of BimBi Italiani, and why is it so important for you to connect with cultural organizations like ours?
So we really value the connection and collaboration that we have with BimBi Italiani. It obviously, first of all, helps support our Italian families so that they have those opportunities for their children to connect more deeply with their language and their culture. But it also supports our wider community. You know, we talked about those values of global citizenship. So that's something that we embrace as an organization. It's not just something that we're looking to develop in our students. So we really do try and have those connections with chambers and cultural organizations such as yourselves, so that we can connect to the wider community that really supports all of the students. It adds a richness to our community life. So it's not just the L'Imparando Italiano, but we do also have the Italian cooking course. And I can say my daughter is a part of it, and we're always very excited on a Monday evening what delicacy she's going to bring home. So I'm looking forward already to this evening. The best focaccia I've ever tried, honestly. So they're making really good recipes. It's not just, you know, cookies and the basic things that you might expect. So yeah, we really value that connection. Obviously, through you, we get to connect with, you know, the Italian community overseas as well, who might be considering schools. And we really appreciate that opportunity to profile ourselves as well.
Which is wonderful. And I'm so glad to hear that because in our Italian cooking courses, it's very important with us that children really learn the art of food making and understand the recipe, the ingredient, and all of the cultural heritage that comes with that. So I'm very glad to hear the positive experience you are having, which also falls within your broader extracurricular program that you at Bangkok Patana are offering, because you offer a wide range of extracurricular and enrichment opportunities. So for those that come in from Italy, for example, I studied in Italy for the first part of my life. We didn't really have so many extracurricular programs within the schools. Most of them were conducted outside in totally different environments. So how do these extracurricular and enrichment opportunities that you offer and that complement classroom learning support the holistic development of each student? Why do you think are they so important?
So learning really goes beyond the classroom at Bangkok Patana. We have between 450 and 500 extracurricular activities, or ECAs, as we call them for short, running every week. So there is a huge choice for our students. It gives students the opportunity to make social connections with children who may be in different classes, slightly older or slightly younger than them as well. It gives them the opportunity to discover their passions and to develop those skills of, you know, teamwork, collaboration, perseverance, which are really important in the classroom as well. So it really does help to complement what they're doing. there's such a wide range of opportunity, which I think is one of the benefits of being such a large school. We have the economies of scale and we have the facilities that we can provide such a breadth. So it could be rock climbing, Italian cooking, the orchestra, the gymnastics academy, jewelry making, robotics. There's such a broad range of things, and we really want children to explore, to be brave, to try different things, and then as they discover those passions and strengths, we can help to sort of nurture them and give them more opportunities in those areas.
That's great. And what would you like to say to Italian or Italian mixed families who are moving to Bangkok and are looking for a school that will honor both their academic excellence, but also their cultural roots?
I would like to extend a warm invitation to reach out to us. If you can come and visit the campus in person, we would love to see you. And that would be my recommendation for families looking at any schools. If you have the opportunity to visit, it gives you that opportunity to really feel the culture and to feel whether your children, you could imagine them learning there and being happy there. So that would be the recommendation, to reach out. I think, we're a community where children can experience that academic excellence, but also that more holistic development where they're developing their character and their strengths in other areas outside of the classroom, whilst at the same time maintaining their Italian language skills, understanding the importance of those, and really honoring the Italian heritage and culture as well.
And if I recall correctly, also at Bangkok Patana, you have a Italian parent group that can also help connect families, right? If someone is moving directly from Italy and trying to figure out a little bit how to get in such a big school community. If I recall correctly, you also have that kind of structure within your school.
Absolutely. So we have a very strong parent community. They're called the PTG, the Parent Teacher Group, and they are very supportive of new families. So we have, as you say, country reps. So we will have an Italian representative who'll be very happy to reach out and answer all those questions, especially for families who may be coming directly from Italy. How does it feel switching between those curricula? What were the experiences? What did they wish they knew? So we can definitely help with that. And we also have newcomers welcomes as well. So there's lots of opportunity for parents to connect with people in our community.
That it's wonderful. And that's very important, especially for people that are moving outside. And some of the trends that we see are families that move out of their country of origin for the first time. So having the opportunity of integrate within an existing community, in this case of Italians, but can be whoever, is extremely important to make friendship, not only for their child, but also them friends for themselves as parents. And it's a very unique features that your school has. And that I have to say, because I'm also a mom with children, not all of the schools offer that organizational engagement, and it's really important. Rachel, just a little bit of curiosity amongst yourself, because for those who are following the interview, in reality, Rachel also speaks Italian. I came to find out. So a little bit of intercultural exchange, right? As many of us are moving towards the British curriculum and the IB, we also have this curiosity that also you came to study in Italy, right?
I did. I studied in Florence and then at university in Bologna as well. And I think that's where I learned the importance of not just interculturalism and those communication skills, but really, how to make those connections, the importance of feeling that sense of belonging when you're away from home. Helps you to explore more broadly as well and take those risks. So that's what we want to offer to the students, that they feel really safe here. They have that sense of belonging, and then they can be curious and really explore in their learning.
Thank you so much, Rachel. Earlier on, you mentioned that you always advised families to come and visit if they could. But so to arrive to that stage, if they wanted to reach out to Bangkok Patana, where would they go? Would you mind sharing with us some important details like website and other key contacts that they could use as well?
So our website is Patana, patana.ac.th. And our email address is admissions@patana.ac.th. Families, please do reach out. We can also offer a video tour. So if a family isn't able to come and visit in person, or perhaps you're at the preliminary stage of looking at different schools, we're very happy to take you around on an iPad and give you just a little glimpse into the areas that are particularly important to your child to help you in that decision-making process.
This is wonderful. Thank you so much, Rachel. And if was to be available, we will also, as an organization, be very happy to also share a video of your school for all the people that follow us that would like to give it a look, because it's an impressive and beautiful campus in a lot of greenery, which is something very important because for those who have been to Bangkok, it can feel very semantic and concrete, but Bangkok Patana is in this beautiful greenery scenery, and it's definitely a plus. Rachel, with this in mind, I wish to thank you personally for the time and for all of the collaboration and support that also Bangkok Patana has been providing us. Thank you so much.
Grazie mille.
Grazie. And to all those that follow us, we will take a break during the summer break because June, July, and August, July and August are really important holidays in Italy. So we will share some of the other interviews in the months to come and see you all back in September. Bye.
Italiani lontani da casa, con la cultura nel cuore si fa strada, l'italiano impariamo tutti insieme.